All right, Henry McClure live. The main reason I go down to city council is mainly for a matter of record, because people from time to time, they'll say, we'll be talking about stuff to do with the government, and then, would you go down to city council and say that? And the foundation of me being the mayor is somebody needs to stand up to the establishment and to the people that run these people. Okay, so here we go.
Nothing further, we'll move on to public comment. I have one individual signed up. Mr. Henry McClure.
Thank you, Your Honor. Henry McClure, Topeka, Kansas. Man, this town, if you got a sick dog, move to Topeka. But I'll tell you what's a sick dog is that AT&T building. It was a dog. It was a dog when you created that special tax zone around that. Lowered the $2.2 million purchase, lowered down to $3,500 in property tax. The property was a dog until the government became the veterinarian. So a salesman, we've got to keep trying to make a point. So the analogy today is the dog, because the AT&T building was a dog, but the owner came to the vet. You approved $9.5 million in a board meeting that nobody can go to. I made a CORA request for those meeting notes. I made a CORA request again for the lease. And here's what's crazy. The lease is, so the building owner leases it to go to Topeka, who I don't think's spending the money appropriately anyway. Charity here, charity there, doling out money right and left instead of putting it into roads. But you guys are under construction. Because you're Jetto. You're supervising that deal. You're a Jetto vote, Your Honor, and you're under construction without a signed lease. You know what you told me? You just told me it's an open checkbook. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, because the building owner and Jetto, they're bigger than the people. And that deal is a dog for the voters. There isn't any reason Jetto has abdicated all the power to go to Topeka. And now you've put go to Topeka in business. That is so wrong. The hotel pointed out the pimple on the forehead to the community. But what you've done in the AT&T building is 10 times worse than the hotel, and it's going to go on in perpetuity. Now let's talk about Lawrence Bay. That dog has been in the cage for a decade, and it's still, the county didn't collect the tax, the city hasn't collected specials. Do you know that when the $3.1 million to redo that lake, you guys put specials on properties over here that were in arrears? They hadn't paid taxes in 5 years. It's not my birthday, it's July 13th.
No, I'll get it right.
It's all right, man. Yeah, let's talk about the birthdays out in Lawrence Bay. A decade, that's a long time. We've got to create awareness of this. We've got an election year coming up, and we got to make some changes. At least I'm willing to try to make changes. That's why I'm running for mayor. So, thank you.
The reason with all the dog analogies was there was a presentation done by Animal Control. You can't believe how much money we spend on dog care. I'm telling you. You got a sick dog, let it get picked up by Animal Control and check in. Man, it's amazing. This town is amazing. And it's not good for the taxpayers. And I'm telling you something. The AT&T building is going to be 10 times worse as the hotel when it's all said and done. We've got to make changes. Anybody, hotel voter, hotel voter, hotel voter, hotel voter. Nope. Hotel voter. If she were sitting there, she didn't vote for the hotel. And if she was sitting there, she didn't vote for the hotel. But there's a hotel voter right there. Man, I'm telling you, we got to make changes. Tyler Jaggers needs to replace Karen Hiller, and Deister needs to replace Michelle Hofer. I wanted to talk about Maverick. Poor Maverick. They're never going to get their deal done at 6th and Fairlawn. And why can't the city just put them out of their misery sooner? This town is amazing. Henry McClure Live. Come on. Slow connection. All right. Trying to turn it off. There we go.